Megan, that special guest is one Jason Donnelly. He's ready. I'm ready. NCAA tourney games Friday, Sunday at the Well. And the way it works is, of course, the NCAA runs the tournament out of Indianapolis, but at each stop, you have hosts. And in this case, the Southern Conference and Furman are the co-hosts.
Exactly.
You were sitting at the edge of your seat on Sunday during the selection show here on Channel 7, and you had a feeling Coach K was coming, but boy, what a crop of teams that are coming this way.
Yeah, and this is so great for Greenville, it's great for Furman, it's great for everyone. Southern Conference, Bon Secours, all of our partners are a part of it. And as I'm looking outside in the city right now, I just can't wait to feel the energy, just in terms of being part of an NCAA tournament. I've been blessed in my career to have been a participant in NCAA tournament as a player, as a coach, as an administrator, and it's such an exciting time. I was on the edge of my seat on Sunday really for Furman. We wanted to be a part of this in terms of where we were. I know we'll talk about that, but had a last-second shot to not get in the NCAA tournament. But when we watched that bracket come out and you look at the quality of the teams, Pete and I have been talking basketball for the last 20 minutes in terms of all the great teams, everything that was a part of it. But you look at the quality of the teams that are coming to Greenville, and I think we're the luckiest bracket in terms of who we have coming in. But you were here in 17. I wasn't here in 17. But what were some of your memories from 17?
Of course, the South Carolina run was something. 60 points in the second half against the Coach K Duke team. And that was really magical because they began their run here all the way to the Final Four. So I saw them in Greenville, saw them in New York, saw them out in Arizona. That was pretty cool. And I thought it was really neat. Also, we had Roy Williams in North Carolina here. Yes. So it's cool having Duke and North Carolina here in 17. And honestly, back in 2002, the first time they had it, on that Saturday game between Notre Dame and Duke in the round of 32 that was on national TV, and the entire country for 2 hours focused on Greenville, South Carolina, was pretty cool. So behind the scenes, last few weeks, last few months, you and the staff at Furman, the staff at the SoCon, led by the tournament director, Jeff Cabe, who's on the administration of the Southern Conference. What are some of the things that you guys had to work on to make all of this work coming up this weekend?
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how much work goes into it. And just so everyone knows, this is a total team effort. You mentioned Jeff Cabe, the Southern Conference. Furman's the host. So we have the honor of having our staff, our team, all of our facilities people, our ticketing people, our marketing people that are running all the operations that are part of the tournament, really being the face of what we need to do. And then there's Jeff Cabe in the Southern Conference. Jeff Cabe is the tournament manager. So we're talking everything from the bid process. We're talking about food and beverage. We're talking about site visits. We're talking about all the marketing that goes into this, the ticketing, the operation, the hotels. One of our best partners here is Visit Greenville. And one of the most attractive things when NCAA came in is to look at this city and to consider all the infrastructure. As we look up and down Main Street, every hotel is booked out. Thousands of people from all across the country are coming in. Millions of dollars will be brought into the economy for Greenville when you think about what this opportunity is. And really for us, our job is logistically to make sure all of the organizational points come together and they're done in a first-class way. And that means everything from the ways the teams travel to the way that they have experiences in the hotels and the restaurants, the way that we do everything in the arena. And it's one of the things that really excites me about Furman and this job. We've talked a lot about our weekends at the Well and why we're doing this. I was there in 17 at another site watching South Carolina, watching the games taking place here because we were going to play after that, someone that was coming out of South Carolina, and we could feel the energy in the city. We could feel the energy in the arena. One of the points of pride that we have as a part of this tournament is that Greenville was the first city of all the cities in the NCAA to sell out tickets, and it shows a lot about the excitement about basketball in Greenville. Sure. It shows a lot about the excitement about basketball in the upstate. We appreciate everything you do to promote that. But when you look at the teams that we have coming in, there's a reason why people were buying their tickets early. They wanted to have a chance to see Coach K and Duke and possibly his last stand.
Yeah,
and we hope that they advance, but it's for him. This could be it.
Sure.
And then you look at Auburn coming in as a part of a region. You look at Davidson coming in as a part of a region. Then you got USC, Miami, Michigan State coming in from outside the region. So we feel really blessed. But this is a total team effort. Great partnerships with Furman, the Southern Conference, the Bon Secours Wellness Arena. Beth Paul is amazing in terms of the work that she does to set that up. So we're really blessed in terms of what we're doing with everything in Greenville.
Finally, before you got to Furman, you were an athletic administrator at Villanova and also on the basketball staff. 2016 and 18, Villanova wins national titles. Remembered, of course, in 2016 for a guy named Chris Jenkins and a tie game with North Carolina. You obviously were just feet away from the court as part of the Villanova athletic family. Memories of that great moment.
So, I mean, when you look at that moment, it's a transformational moment for an institution. It's exactly the type of thing we're trying to do at Furman. Unfortunately, we were on the wrong end of that type of shot just this past week in the Southern Conference tournament. But that team I was intimately involved with for over 15 years and actually recruited that team That was my first year coming off the bench. Went from being a coach to being an administrator. That play that's being run right there, we were 4.7 seconds left. That's my guy, Ryan Archidiacono, right there making that pass. Those were all my guys. They were the guys that I had been a part of, that had recruited. The play that they ran with 4.7 seconds left on the clock, I know this kills North Carolina fans, but we all knew the play that was being played, and so did North Carolina. The reason that they didn't guard that shot is they were playing back off of a ball screen that was taken in 2009 by Scotty Reynolds when he went to the rim and made a shot to send us to the Final Four. So there's a lot of history involved in this. There was a great moment to be a part of it. I'm standing a few feet there away from the bench. We all went nuts. The confetti came down. It was such an amazing experience, and I'll never forget where I was and what I was doing as a part of that moment. And really, that's the type of thing that we're trying to do at Furman. You know, it's the same type of thing that we're trying to do with Bob Ritchie and Jackie Carson, our men's and women's coaches. Both went to the championship games in our respective league. And we want that one-shining moment. That's what we're working towards, what we want to be a part of. And I'll never forget being a part of that special shot and that special moment.
All right, Jason Donnelly, athletic director at Furman, a basketball guy, as noted. Saw that play in practice many times that won a national title, and he's already seen some great basketball moments in his time at Furman, too. He is